It's time for our daily dose of cope, and you need this meme. Go ahead and screenshot it. It's from the Leopards Ate My Face subreddit. It says, "Inside you are two leopards. They are eating each other's faces. Ha 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 ha. This is great. Seriously, F you both." And obviously, they are talking about the very public breakup between Elon Musk, and Donald Trump. Keep this in mind. Talking about this public breakup, laughing at some of these memes, it is not about distraction. We are keeping our eye on the ball. And I am saying vociferously, Democrats better not take this man's money. This graphic from Occupy Democrats speaks very clearly. Let's be clear. Democrats don't love Elon Musk again. We haven't forgiven him for what he's done. We don't trust him. We don't like him. We don't want him in government. We don't want him in politics. I don't want him around. He needs to go back to South Africa or somewhere else that's not here. What we love is watching him turn on them and they on him. Yes. Fighting. Let them continue to fight and rip each other apart. I don't want any part of them. They could both go poof. They could all go poof. Even the people that voted for them can all go poof for all that I care. I didn't get a chance to share this a couple of days ago, but I thought that this was funny. Booker Squared, I follow her on multiple platforms, but she was resharing Elon Musk tweet saying, "I thought you should know that my sources in DC also say that he was the one that started the insult of saying that you were built like a Cybertruck. He called you his big-chested B word." I thought that that was hysterical and you needed to see that. J. Cole says, "Laughing my butt off. Now you being messy. Keep going." This woman has a woman stirring a pot because that's what she was doing. Up top, this person says, "Waiting for someone to bring the mama insults into it." Same. We're all laughing now. Anyone currently working as an ICE agent, they deserve all of the bad things that come for them. So this is an article talking about what is going on with these ICE officers that took random people to East Africa. So this one's titled, "ICE Officers and Migrants Stranded in East Africa." Nearly a dozen ICE officers and 8 migrants are stranded in a shipping container on a U.S. naval base in Djibouti after a federal judge blocked their deportation flight to South Sudan. According to a federal court filing issued Thursday, no one has been able to leave the container and they all fell ill with respiratory infections, along with dealing with extreme heat and the threat of rocket attacks from Yemen. The ICE officers are also reportedly at risk for malaria due to not being vaccinated or taking the appropriate medication before arriving. This also speaks to the MAGA movement. Forever, hasn't the military been required to get vaccinations before going out to other countries? This is going to show why that happened. I know that people have their different thoughts about vaccines, but this is going to show that maybe they should have taken those appropriate steps. And it shows why forever people have been doing this here in the United States and in the military. You let people opt in or opt out, they get sick in another country, and then everybody around them gets sick. That just goes to show the foresight of these people making decisions that have no business making decisions in our government. The 8 deportees, all men coming from Myanmar, Vietnam, Cuba, Laos, South Sudan, and Mexico, were accused of being convicted criminals by the Trump administration in order to be deported in late May. After their countries declined to accept them, they were all set to be sent to South Sudan until U.S. Judge Brian E. Murphy ruled that they had a right to challenge their convictions in court. This Massachusetts district judge is putting the lives of our ICE law enforcement in danger by stranding them in Djibouti without proper resources, lack of medical care, and terrorists who hate Americans running rampant. DHS spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin said in a post on social platform X, "This is reprehensible and quite frankly pathological." It's pathological to just send people to a random country. And these men were aiding and abetting like they are part of the Gestapo. These are all enforcers in this fascism, in this fascistic army. So they are getting what they get. Now let's talk about these DOGE staffers that are probably sitting up here wringing their hands because of the breakup of E-Lump. So The Trump-Musk feud leaves some DOGE staffers worried about their futures because working for the Trump administration and cutting people's jobs and working in this toxic regime is probably not going to be super duper positive on a resume. And these people honestly should be, let's make it clear. Did you work for the Trump regime? On the heels of the public war of words between Trump and Musk, anxiety is mounting among the remaining staff of the Musk-founded DOGE, with some staffers worried not only about their future in government, but about potentially becoming future targets of the administration, according to sources. Some DOGE staffers still embedded across federal agencies fear that the rift and public mudslinging between Trump and Musk could leave them vulnerable to political retribution and damage their future job prospects. Multiple sources familiar with internal discussions told ABC News. Some fear association with DOGE could make them targets if the feud escalates and Trump moves to investigate the government slashing initiative that Musk led until he stepped away last week. Others worry that if Trump distances himself from DOGE, their ties to it could become a professional liability. And I would be here for it. If they get fired and their lives get ruined like they ruin other people's lives, I would so be here for it. I don't care about them talking about Musk down there. I don't care about him. Now let's talk about red state Kansas that voted to have their nose bit off to spite their faces. $1.9 billion CHIPS grant denied for Kansas that would have still been there had Kamala Harris won this presidency. But let's talk about what all they are going to lose because they voted in Donald Trump. Coffee County commissioners were told that their application for the $1.9 billion in creating helpful incentives to produce semiconductors, or the CHIPS program, grant funds was denied, throwing the construction of a proposed Burlington computer chip factory into question. On May 19th, commissioners heard from County Councilor Wade Bowie about CHIPS funding. According to Bowie, the transition between Biden and Trump administration likely resulted in the denial. In February 2023, Governor Laura Kelly announced that EMP Shield had plans to build a computer chip manufacturing facility in Burlington thanks to funding through the CHIPS Act. The governor said that the facility would create more than 1,200 jobs, averaging $66,000 annually. Following the news, commissioners heard that decisions would need to be made regarding the future of the property at the location. According to the minutes from the meeting, the location is ideal for an industrial park with I-35 and Highway 75 near Kansas City and other locations. I'm skipping some of this article down to here. Kansas may face a triple whammy on energy bills. As of August 2024, the CHIPS and Science Act had provided $30 billion in support for 23 projects in 15 states that would add 115,000 manufacturing and construction jobs, according to the Commerce Department. That funding helped to draw in private capital and would enable the U.S. to produce 30% of the world's most advanced computer chips, up from 0% when the Biden-Harris administration succeeded Trump's first term. And you see the difference between Trump and Biden. Trump is sitting up here specifically trying to harm blue states and blue governors, whereas Biden was actually the president of the United States. He was giving funding and grants to the states versus picking and choosing the states that needed to be winners or losers. Oh, and I'm totally sure that these people in manufacturing and construction voted for Trump because many of these union people did vote for Trump. So like I said, cutting off their noses to spite their face. The CHIPS Act called for every aspect of computer chip production to be brought back to the United States, specifically into rural areas of the Midwest, along with stipulations including private-public partnerships, as well as the involvement of higher education institutions. But now that's gone. Poof, because Donald Trump and MAGA decided that all of this was like fraud and waste. Now let's talk about this 22-year-old who just graduated college and went from working at a grocery store to leading a team for terrorism prevention. His career blastoff came quickly. A year after graduation, the 22-year-old with no apparent national security expertise is now a Department of Homeland Security official overseeing the government's main hub for terrorism prevention, including an $18 million grant program intended to help communities combat violent extremism. So tell me, would you feel safe with this man fresh out of college leading a terrorism prevention team? This is what y'all voted for when you voted for this man, or some of you.
They want to take away Social Security, science, Medicaid, and Medicare. Don't educate them, dumb them down, and let them breathe dirty air. Tear down the walls of ivy and let them all eat cake. Keep pushing lie after lie after lie after lie. Make them believe real news is fake. Take everything. Everything from them. Those fools thought they were free, sitting on a golden toilet, stinking, until they all bowed down to me. Oh, but what they can't take away is ours, because we the people got the power. Standing up. We're gonna be all right. Believe.